Hey there, hoshpup here, with a gameplay video featuring LEGO Worlds. Now most of you probably already know what LEGO Worlds is by now, but for those of you that don't, LEGO Worlds is a sandbox style building game where you can build whatever you can think of using LEGO bricks. So we're just going to jump into a sort of pre-made world here. I've edited a few things on here previously, had a little play around with some of the game features. Usually when you enter the world for the first time you skydive down, which is quite fun to watch. You can also manually click on this to skydive again, so I'll just do that now to show you what it's like. So you just skydive through the air and then land on the ground and you're in your world. Currently this game is in early access and can only be played on the PC. There is also no multiplayer support as of yet, so you'll be playing on your own for a while until they decide to add that in the future. This game has a few things you can collect on your journey. When you smash objects, you collect the very familiar LEGO studs, but you can also pick up parts. So if you walk up to a model that you don't already have, it'll add that model to your inventory. I think in this area there are no flashing models, so I've got all the ones in this area for now. But let me just go and show you what those models look like. So this is the model folder. Oh, this is the props folder. So you can pick up models and props. Props are things you can find on your journey, so these are mushrooms that we encountered earlier. You have to pay studs to unlock them, but once you've unlocked them you can use them pretty much all the time without having to pay again. You can just put them down wherever you want. And building is very easy, you just click wherever you want to place the object. These mushrooms are a special kind of mushrooms which allow you to bounce on them to get to high places. Pretty fun. There's also a little folder here for sets. There's only one set in here for now. Maybe they'll add more in the future, or ways where you can add pre-existing sets that you already own to this little folder here. But if you select it and then click on a area, it will start building that set. Takes a short while for it to be completed, but once it's done you'll find you have a usable creator house. And whenever you encounter a new minifigure wandering around, it will add that to your collection as well. So as you can see here, we've found a few of them, and once you found them you can buy them and then you can use the parts and customize your own character. Also there are these skeletons that are roaming around that attack people. So he's just chasing away that boy over there. We'll just let him get on with it. What's cool about this creator house is you can actually interact with all the various parts of it. So we're shaking the tree and we get some stud apples, and then it also gives us some studs to collect. Similarly to minifigures, if you walk up to certain vehicles it will also add them to your inventory to purchase and then use later. This lawnmower is a vehicle. We already have unlocked this earlier. It's very slow though, but it's useful for kind of destroying props. I accidentally destroyed this post box last time. We're not going to do that again this time. But there are faster vehicles like this car. But we can't actually drive anywhere since we've built this house in a really bad position. You can also collect things like your mail, and pretty much everything in this house is interactable. That's quite a fun thing to do. It gives you some studs, might as well collect those. So visiting the vehicles tab, we can see a few vehicles that we've unlocked before. You could also look at creatures that we've unlocked. So yeah, you can find things like horses and polar bears to ride. And which is kind of more funny is you can ride a husky. Yeah, you look a bit too big to ride this little guy, but you can do it. And it's probably not the fastest mode of transport, but it's still pretty fast, especially considering how tiny it is. So to show the character customization, unlocking a new character just requires you to buy it, and then you can drag the character. You can just place loads of them into the world. So if you want to have a bunch of people to interact with, well, they don't really interact with you, they kind of walk off, but you can just drag them and drop them, and then they're in your world. If you go to the character customizer, you can then switch characters. There you are. You can click on whole characters to change your character completely, or you can select the individual parts to customize individual bits, so the hat, the body, the head, and pretty much everything you'd find on a minifigure in real life. Yeah, this is a pretty odd looking figure. Let's just reset him back to the regular king. There are also a few building tools as well you can use, so this is for individual model creation. I guess it could be similarly compared to Lego Digital Designer, where you just place individual bricks and change the color of the bricks. And there are loads of bricks to choose from. I haven't looked through all of them yet, but there's a decent amount. There's not every single brick in the Lego library, but there's most of the basic ones you'll need to use. There isn't any Technic bits yet though, so you can't create anything too advanced, but I'm sure they'll add that in the future. So we're just building something completely and utterly random here. But yeah, building's pretty easy to do, which is a good thing. But a lot of people have been comparing this game to Minecraft, which I guess is understandable since it's like an open world explorative type game, but I'd really compare this more to Roblox, because as far as building goes, there's a lot more you can do, and like Roblox, it has things with terrain generation, which is exactly what this is. These tools here allows you to raise and lower the terrain to make it exactly how you want it to be. And using the helpful tooltip down here, you can easily learn how to use it. So here we've made the selection large, so we can create large hills. And you can very quickly morph your terrain to however you want it to be. And you can also lower it as well. There is a lowering tool. So there we're creating a crater, and that tree is still in there. And what's very useful is you can also flatten terrain. This is especially useful if you want to create a flat area to do your own builds on. So now we have a nice flat area where we could build whatever we want to build. And there's also various other tools like smoothing, which I think probably gets rid of all the studs or something. Okay, no it doesn't. Oh, I see, it does that. So it smooths the terrain down to, well, make it more smooth and less jagged. And you can also add terrain and remove terrain. There's various pre-selected colours to do so, so if you wanted like a snowy-like environment, you use that one. And there you go, you've got like a massive snowy mountain or mound. And then this tool is incredibly useful for removing terrain, or bits you don't want anymore. So there, now we have a massive square sort of trench or tunnel. And there are a bunch of other tools as well, but we don't need to go through them all. But the paint tool is especially fun, especially the paint random colour tool. you can then turn your very realistic looking world into a more classical Lego world, where all the parts are random colours. And there's still the sound of bricks being morphed in the background. I don't see anything moving. I guess that probably might be a bug. So maybe if we walk away from this area that might stop. Although it doesn't sound like it's stopping so far. Okay, I think I'm going to just quickly reset the game so that annoying sound goes away. Alright, well, we loaded the world back again, and the sound is gone, and for some reason I have the wrong hair. Or headpiece. Supposed to have the crown. There we go. Alright, everything's back to the way it should be. So, let's go and explore the world for a bit. Might as well explore in style. Let's spawn this Jeep buggy. I think it's probably one of the faster vehicles that I've come across so far. Although I have seen you can use a plane. While driving is fairly easy. It's forward to go... Well, actually that's not true. Pressing W does send the car forward, but only if your camera's pointing straight ahead. If you turn the camera around to face behind, then W goes in reverse. It's kind of a weird car system. So you've always got to make sure if you want to go forward that your camera points in the forward direction. I would probably like to see it if they would change that to make it so W actually just makes you go forward no matter which direction you're facing. But they probably had their reasons to do it this way. Oh, okay, we've encountered a place that I've created before. So this is the castle. It's... No, I did not build this by hand, but it's one of the models you can import from the brick builds. I think it's that one. So there's a few things you can import to get you going. It's quite a nice selection of models. But really, most of the creation is down to you. Oh, okay, I didn't have this piece. So yeah, touching a piece will unlock it in the... Was it props? Yeah, the props section. And you can buy it. And then you can place your own. It's like these spiky icicle things. And using the... Let's go back to a prop. This is a bad example. Pressing these will rotate the prop, but you can also press R on your keyboard, and it's a lot easier to do that, and faster too. And yeah, this is another creator house that we put down earlier. And those weird screaming noises are the sound of skeletons who just attacked and killed that polar bear. You can also fight the skeletons, just by clicking on them. It allows you to punch. And these skeletons are pretty much everywhere around the whole world. As far as worlds go, if we save and exit... Oh. Yeah, for some reason those little huskies, they chase all the animals around. I don't know why. They're quite aggressive. I've already got this guy. And now they're just floating in the middle of the water for some reason. So if we head back to the main menu, if we save and exit, we can then look at all the other worlds to select from. I think they're all randomly generated as far as I've seen so far. I don't think you can access anyone else's worlds. Again with the hair. So if you don't like the world you're given, you can go to find world and then click on this random symbol and you can get some really odd worlds. Like this one, where everything's underwater. And some worlds are better than others. That one's pretty cool. And definitely in the future you'll be able to share your worlds with others. And it'll be great when you can. Playing multiplayer on this game is going to be very fun. Being allowed to build stuff with your friends. Again, with that hair. Definitely going to need to change that. So entering a world for the first time usually gives you that cutscene. And it's good to enter different worlds since there are parts which might not be on the world you were before. So it's good to explore. And there's a horse in the tree for some reason. That does happen quite often. And there's the lava we saw on the kind of mini overview of the map. Let's go and spawn a vehicle. So you get to keep all the things you've unlocked, and they do come with you between worlds, so that's nice. And for some reason it's showing a cinematic overview of the lava. I'm fairly certain that this lava will probably kill me if I touch it. Yes! Yes it does! I guess we can't build lava of our own, which is probably a good thing. Don't want to keep falling into that. It's very bright. There's probably some sort of interesting character that lies around on this molten rock area. Oh, there's a wizard. Well, it's not being unlocked when I go near him. Perhaps I have to defeat him. Yep. Okay, well, some characters in you have to smash to unlock. He didn't really pose much of a challenge, did he? Actually, I haven't been in the water yet. Oh, the water kills you. Wait, that's lava. It's lava in the water. Yeah, let's go here where it's safe. So we can swim, which is pretty cool. I'm not sure how you swim down. I'm not sure. Can you go down? If I point my camera... No. So it looks like you can't swim underwater. You can only go above for now. Hopefully that might change in the future, since it'll be really cool to explore underwater and create fun things like underwater bases. But yeah, this game is in early access for now. There's a lot that they're probably going to add to it over the course of its development cycle. And this is just a quick video showing some of the features that it has. And we're going to just skydive into the lava. It's a good way to end the video. Oh yeah, I just realised you lose studs every time you die, so probably best not to do that often. Well, this is LEGO Worlds. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you want to see me play through this a bit more, just let me know in the comments and I'll definitely do that in the future. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.